Hi, this is Courtney, and this is a resourcefulness challenge update. So it's kind of a boring thing to talk about because there comes a point where, I can give you tips on, I've done a lot of tips on cooking and saving money. I mean, if you look at all my old blog posts, you can find things about organizing your errands so that you, like UPS, where you go to right-hand turns and you save money, or, just not shopping or doing other things. I mean, there's so many tips out there of what not to do or how to save money or how to fill your time with free things. But honestly, a lot of it is just kind of boring. It's not shopping. And it is also not engaging when you are faced with the opportunity to shop. And so I want to share a couple of things that have happened with me lately. So I put myself on this challenge of no shopping, no buying any clothes or books or purses or jewelry, but it has bled over into every part of my life, including buying things for work that are reasonable expenses, and I probably will at some point have to buy some books and things like that for my job because I always have to study, and I can't always find reliable sources on the internet, because quite truthfully, there's a lot of bad information on the internet these days that isn't supported by good sound science and things like that. But I went to a conference this weekend, and the business paid for it, my business, my yoga business, and paid my room, paid my meals, all of that. But I found myself just not buying, like I didn't shop. And this is not to make anyone else feel bad, or because there have been plenty of times I have done that. I'm just on I think one of the things in life that's helped me be successful at reaching certain goals is I get hyper-focused on a goal. And when I get hyper-focused on a goal, it's generally like I don't do more than a couple of goals at a time. And I tend to be able to stay focused on something for a really long period of time. And I think that's kind of been the secret to my success, the secret sauce, if you will. Which, isn't it true that with most things that you think you see people and they're successful, and then you find out like it's really just working hard. It's really just kind of the boring stuff. Same thing, I probably have sold over 2/3 of my clothing over the past 6 months. I have bought 2 pairs of almost new shoes at thrift stores. I have bought a couple of shirts at thrift stores. I sold clothes to pay for those. So less clutter, didn't cost me anything, kind of turned out even. Hopefully my house has sold. We have an offer on that. And my goal is by the end of this year, I won't have my car will be paid off, and within a year, I'm trying to have a whole year's worth of income saved for an emergency fund. And I'm thinking if business goes the way it has been for my husband in our other business, that we should be able to pay our house off in a couple of years, and he can retire because the man works himself to death. So that is my goal. And so every time I'm out, I'm thinking, how is this meeting my goal? So I was at Whole Foods and I bought my lunch and everything, but there were a million things in there I would have loved to have purchased, but I had to say to myself, does this meet my goal? Does spending this money meet my goal? And it is easy to spend your whole paycheck in Whole Foods. And so I didn't. I just bought what I wanted to eat at that moment. And I thought, I have plenty of things to eat at home. I don't need all of this stuff. I've got vitamins at home. It's not a need. I was looking for a shaker cup, and I thought, oh yeah, I have a mason jar with a lid that I bought water in. I can use that, throw some ice in it. Shaker cup. So a lot of being resourceful is, do I have something that will do this job? Can I make this work in a way? So I kind of feel proud of that when I do that. I'm like, shaker cup is ice in a cup with a lid that fits it. Easy, that doesn't leak when you shake it. Clothing wise, I have to say it's been really great. I have had a lot of jewelry that just kind of, how you have all this jewelry that, and I'm talking costume jewelry, not expensive jewelry. Like you have costume jewelry that's sitting around, and you probably wear like a quarter of your jewelry. Most women, I don't know, maybe I'm different, but in order to be creative, I have really had to get rid of anything that I know for sure I'm not going to wear. And then I've kept what I would. And then I go and I look at my jewelry. And I've never been a matchy-matchy person. Like, I've never been the kind of person who matched the earrings to the necklace, to the jewelry, to the shirt, to the sweater. But when you have a limited selection, doing that makes you look so much nicer. So I actually am doing that now with things I already own. And I find that it makes me look so much more put together. I feel better about myself, and I don't feel the need to go and buy new things all the time. So I have more time now to put together outfits, and I have less stuff to choose from. So it's really easy to go in there and put things together, even though I have a much smaller amount of clothing to choose from. So that's just basically where we're at. It's my husband's birthday. I am going to buy him some rocking chairs, so that is going to be a big expense, but that's something that he has really wanted for a long time. And so I have given up a lot of purchasing otherwise, and I'm willing to make that sacrifice for him, because I know that it will make him happy. And I would rather sit on the front porch with my husband and watch the sunset. That meets my life goals. That increases the quality of our life and makes us happy. So thank you very much, and I hope this has been helpful to someone else. Bye.